So I'd like to hear from Captain Fink here on the bicycle lanes. We'll hear from our speaker, and then we will hear from the FOP president. President Hills is here too. So Captain Fink.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just as point of background, I did some analysis when we first started this conversation about auto accidents in the protected bicycle lanes in the Central Parkway area. And just to note, that bicycle path runs from 1200 Central Parkway, so 12th Street, all the way up to 2800 Central Parkway, which is Marshall Avenue. To be fair and to provide some background information, on July 14th of 2013, the Cincinnati Police Department implemented a differential response to calls for service policy. This was done to increase efficiency for the police department due to a loss of personnel and resources. One of the items that was part of that was police officers responding to auto accidents. As a result of that, our police officers continued to respond to all auto accidents within the city, but they were not required to complete auto accident reports if there were no injuries and the damage was property only. Now, there's a caveat on that as well. The officers continue to have discretion to complete auto accident reports. They were also required to complete crash reports anytime the accident involved a driver who was being charged with OVI, operating a vehicle while impaired, if we had a juvenile at-fault driver, if a city vehicle was involved, if there was damage to city property, if any of the vehicles involved were inoperable, if there was significant injury, or if one of the vehicles involved was a hit-skip vehicle that just occurred and there was identifiable evidence on the scene. That policy continued until June the 1st of 2014, and that'll be significant in a minute here. And on June the 1st, the department changed it so that reporting vehicle crashes was no longer an option, that reports would be made for all auto accidents, including those with non-life-threatening injuries and non-injury property damage only crashes. So moving forward, on July the 14th of 2014, the information I received from Transportation and Engineering was the designated protected bicycle lanes on Central Parkway became fully functional. I did a little bit of analysis based on looking at July of 2013 to 2014, all the way through February of 2014 through the same time, February 2015. So it gives you a little flavor of what was happening at the same time period the year before the bicycle lanes were implemented, as well as immediately thereafter. And I provided some information for each of you there, but so I won't belabor with those numbers. But in summary, when we looked at July 1st through December 31st of 2013, which is a period of time when there were no designated protected bicycle lanes, there were 39 vehicle crashes in the area of 1200 to 2800 Central Parkway. One of those crashes did involve a bicyclist. From July 1st to December 31st of 2014, which post-bicycle lanes, there were 63 vehicle crashes in that same area. 2 crashes involved bicyclists. When we looked at April 1st to July 31st of 2014, which is the 4 months prior to the opening of the designated protected bicycle lanes, there were 35 vehicle crashes, none of which involved a bicyclist. When we look at August the 1st through November 30th of 2014, which are the first 4 months that the protected bicycle lanes were in effect, there were 36 crashes, 1 involved a bicyclist. Drilling down a little bit further, when I look at just the area of the 1600 to 2000 block of Central Parkway, which is the area from Liberty Street to Lynn Street, in 2015, there were 62 vehicle crashes in that 4-block area. 6 of these vehicle crashes involved parked cars. None of these involved bicyclists. Give me a moment here, please. And then when we look at 2015 overall, there were 189 crashes in the area of 1200 to 2800 Central Parkway. But what's telling on that is 62 of those 189 occurred in that 4-block area. So that concentrated 4-block area basically was responsible for almost a third of the auto accidents there. I think we have to be careful on drawing some conclusions as to the impact of those bicycle lanes, but it's clear in that specific area, 1600 to 2000 Central Parkway, there's something going on there where that's leading to that increase in the crashes in the area there. And based on the analysis that I've done to this point, I'm not sure, I can't give you any firm conclusions or recommendations. I believe that will resolve the problem.